Welcome to Air Products. Air Products South Africa is a subsidiary of the global organization Air Products and Chemicals Incorporated, which operates in more than 50 countries and employs over 16,000 people across the globe. Air Products manufactures, supplies, and distributes a wide range of industrial and specialty gas products, as well as associated gas equipment and chemicals to the Southern African region. Air Products operations include bulk liquid and cylinder gases distribution, on-site gas production and pipeline distribution, and it is currently one of the largest tonnage gas suppliers in the country. With its head office in Bryanston, Johannesburg, Air Products' national footprint includes facilities in Kempton Park, Thunderbale Park, Springs, Sasolburg, Midvaal, Rustenburg, eMalahleni, eMpangeni, Newcastle, Pinetown, Cape Town, Kucha, and Port Elizabeth. Safety induction is mandatory for anyone entering an Air Products site. This safety video will provide you with vital information pertaining to your own safety during your visit at Air Products. You will be required to write a short test at the end of this video. On completion of this induction, you will be issued with a visitor induction card, which you must keep on you at all times as proof that you have completed this induction. Your induction card is valid for 1 year. Diversity. Air Products is proud of being a global company with a diverse workforce and as a result benefits from new ideas, innovative safe work methods, and best practice from all over the world. This is part of the company's core values to respect and value every employee's participation and contribution. While working or visiting at Air Products, you are requested to display respectful behavior in all situations and to all people. Discrimination or harassment in any form will not be tolerated. You should also expect the same respectful treatment from anyone when you are at any of our facilities. We believe everyone to be a valued and contributing member of our team. Check standards and systems. At Air Products, we have strict quality, environmental, health, and safety standards under ISO 9001, ISO 14001, ISO 45001, and FSSC 22000 certified. We expect visitors and contractors to adhere to these set standards whilst on our site. We strive to achieve an ultimate goal of zero injuries and zero accidental environmental releases, and to be fully compliant with all applicable environmental, health, and safety laws and regulations. Please read our EH&S policy in the handout. The Air Products safety philosophy states that we believe nothing is more important than safety. We also believe that all accidents are preventable and every individual is responsible for safety. Our policy and philosophy include visitors and contractors on our sites. Admission and access control. When entering our site, you must always complete the visitor's book no matter how often you visit or how long the visit will be. You will receive the visitor's slip, which needs to be signed off by the Air Products employee being visited and handed back to security when you leave. Any portable, IT, or electronic equipment must be declared on entry. Always report to reception, where you will receive a visitor badge which must be worn and visible at all times when you are on Air Products property. Upon completion of your visit, these badges must be returned to the receptionist. Air Products reserves the right to stop and search any vehicle or person on arrival or when leaving the site. You may not access the plant from the offices unless accompanied by the Air Products host. Please take note of the following rules relating to site admission. Drug and alcohol policy. The possession of any drug, alcoholic beverage, and any drug-related paraphernalia or being under the influence of alcohol, drugs, or any controlled substances is prohibited at any of our sites and in any vehicles on the property. Zero tolerance will apply. Firearms, weapons, explosives. Any type of firearm, weapon or ammunition, explosive or flammable device is expressly prohibited at any Air Products site. Smoking. All enclosed areas at Air Products locations are considered smoke-free environments. Designated outdoor smoking areas may be available in non-process areas of the facilities. Cell phones. Use of cellular telephones or portable radio receiver transmitters may produce adverse plant reactions, including ignition of flammable gases. Facility-specific policies governing the use of these devices must be adhered to. Photos or videos. Photographic, video and audio recording equipment are prohibited on Air Products property unless authorized by the facility manager. Vehicle policy. Site-specific vehicle policies may apply in addition to these basic rules. Abide by all signs and parking area designations. Please note that reverse parking is mandatory at most of our sites. Follow all posted speed limits and any other vehicular traffic control rules. Look out for trucks and other heavy equipment. Pedestrians always have the right of way. Office safety. Accidents can happen in offices too. Here are a few safety rules relating to office safety as well as in the plant. Do not use mobile phones or devices when driving or walking up or down stairs. Always use the handrail on the stairs. Take care when opening doors and never run. Be aware of slip and trip hazards such as wet floors and electric cables. Report hazards or unsafe conditions to your host. Exercise care when carrying hot drinks. Avoid horseplay at all times. Potential hazards on this site. If you are going into the operating areas, you need to be aware of the potential hazards in these areas. Please take note as these hazardous materials and facility operating area hazards can potentially be harmful. Gases are filled and stored in cylinders and/or fixed storage tanks. Do not attempt to move any cylinders unless you have been trained and are authorized to do so. Unsecured cylinders can be unstable and can be heavier than you think. Never attempt to catch falling cylinders. Under normal circumstances, gas cylinders and equipment do not leak. However, in the event of a leak, the following hazards could arise. Asphyxiation, gases that can cause suffocation. Fire or explosion, gases that are flammable. Toxicity, gases that are poisonous. Oxygen enrichment, gases that can cause things to burn more easily than normal. Environmental hazards, gases that can cause harm to the environment. As most gases are colorless and odorless, you will not see or smell them. You may hear the leak. Do not approach the noise of the leak. Some product leaks can be seen in the form of white vapor clouds due to the gas being so cold. Do not enter any white vapor clouds. Other hazards on site may include pressure. All the cylinders and equipment are under pressures of up to 200 bars. That is about 100 times the pressure of car tires. Extreme colds. The gases are stored as very cold liquids. Touching frosted pipes, equipment or storages could result in cryogenic or cold burns similar to frostbite. High voltage electricity. Hot process lines and vessels. Do not touch or tamper with any equipment. Moving vehicles including forklift trucks. Keep to walkways and ensure you have been seen when crossing in front of or behind vehicles. If you want to know more about the hazards of the products, ask your host for copies of the safety data sheets. Adherence to site safety rules. Basic guidelines. Air Products makes every effort to provide a safe work environment for everyone on site. To aid in these efforts, follow these basic guidelines. Immediately report any of the following to your host: unsafe conditions, acts, equipment, or property damage, accidents or injuries, however slight, environmental issues, example, oil or chemical leaks or spills. Never enter restricted areas. Comply with PPE requirements, signs, notices, and any other communications in the facility or from your host. PPE, personal protective equipment. To help protect you from potential hazards, all visitors, contractors, and Air Products employees entering facility operating areas must wear approved personal protective equipment or PPE. The minimum PPE needed in our facility operating areas includes approved safety glasses with side shields, high visibility vests, hard hats, and hearing protection if required. Visitors will be provided with this PPE. Appropriate footwear must be worn. Depending on the area or activity, you may require safety shoes with safety toe caps, oil and chemical resistant heels and soles, or anti-static heels and soles. Depending on the purpose of the visit, most short-term visitors may not be required to wear safety-toed footwear in a process operating area. However, they must be wearing closed, flat leather shoes. Check with your host concerning these policies and requirements specific to the area that you are visiting. Note: contractors may be required to provide their own PPE. Safety signs. Obey all posted safety rules and instructions. If it is noted that you are either ignoring these signs or the prohibition signs, you may be asked to leave the site. Safety signs are classified in different groups. Red circle with a bar across indicates a prohibition, that is, something must not be done. Blue circles with white symbols indicate things that must be done. Yellow triangles indicate warning of hazards in the area. Green signs with white symbols indicate safe conditions. If you are not sure what the sign means, ask your host. In case of emergency. Emergency conditions denoted by vapor clouds, startling noises, fires, and releases or spills that may contaminate the environment are examples of emergency situations that must be reported. When you hear the alarm or other warning notification, stay with your host and make your way to the assembly point. If separated from your host, follow other Air Products personnel to the assembly point and report to the emergency coordinator. Walk, don't run, and avoid all vapor clouds. Remain at the assembly area until the all clear is signaled and you are told that it is safe to return. Do not attempt to assist in an emergency situation. Trained Air Products personnel will respond to facility emergencies. In conclusion, visitors and contractors can utilize the information in the handout and program to minimize the possibility of injury to self and others. Be sure you are confident in your knowledge of facility hazards. Pay attention to your surroundings and be alert at all times. Use common sense. Always ask if not sure of any unsafe situation. Thank you for abiding by our basic safety requirements. If any of the safety requirements have changed, your host will inform you of the changes and any site-specific issues. If you have any questions, please talk to your Air Products host before embarking on your tour of the plant. Please complete the test and wait for your induction card. If you're going to be performing any work on our site, you will also be required to complete the contractor induction. Thank you, and remember, safety starts with you.